Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's workshop on ecological, economic, and social objectives for managing stands over 80. Really appreciate you being here. My name is Cheryl Friesen. I'm a science liaison with the Willamette National Forest, and I coordinate a group called the Central Cascades Adaptive Management Partnership that works to bring you a lot of events like this throughout the years. I think this is our 11th year now of putting on workshops like this at LaSalle Stewart, so it's not our first rodeo. We do this in partnership with the Northwest Oregon Ecology Group, which probably creates products that a lot of you use every day, and a number of those members are scattered throughout the room today. Once you guys raise your hand, Northwest Oregon Ecology Group, Jane, Hugh, Tom, Steve, few folks are willing to admit it today. So they're my partners in crime. Oh, Brett. Oh yeah, now they're just random people raising their hands. So thank you guys for your help. This has been a very large effort to pull this together. There was 150 people who admitted to RSVPing that they would be here. And it's also being live streamed and taped for later viewing. And Cody, how many people are out in live stream land? Can you tell? 25 groups of folks. So I know that the IDT on the Cottage Grove Ranger District is all sitting out there watching us today. So if you're out there in internet land eating popcorn, sitting around in your footy pajamas, welcome to the session. No, we can't see you, but you can ask questions after each speaker by using the chat box on the live stream viewpoint. Just a couple of logistics today, just so that you know the layout of the building, break stuff. There's restrooms on either side of this room. There will be coffee and tea at breaks. I want to thank the OSU School of Forestry for providing that break support. So kudos to Klaus Putman and Brianna for helping us do that, because we can't spend federal money on coffee. I would go to jail. So thank you guys. So we are live streaming it. Like I said, it'll be available for viewing later, and all the PowerPoints will be online. So if you see a slide you really like and think you would like to use it in a future presentation of your own, the presenters have all given me permission. They've all given me permission. They're shaking their heads to share those with you. So you'll have that for a later reference. So why are we here? I thought maybe I'd start with a slide of a big pink elephant up on the screen. Some of you might get that joke, not others. But there's an issue I think that it's time for us to have some honest discussion about. The Northwest Forest Plan made a decision to designate about 1 million acres of late successional and old growth as available for harvest. This was seen by some folks as a grand compromise. On the flip side of that, there was about, plus or minus 14 million acres of late successional and old growth set aside and no harvest allocations. So the balance between those two things and how we're managing that sort of forest type is basically why we're having the discussion today. That decision was made over 20 years ago in the Northwest Forest Plan, and there's a lot of new science. There's new issues, there's a new environment that we're living in. There's literally a new generation. When I go talk to people about Northwest Forest Plan, there's people in the room that weren't born when the thing was signed. So we have literally a whole new generation of forest users that really don't know much about it and where it came from and what it contains. So we're going to be coming up on forest plan revisions sometime in the yet to be decided future. So a group of us got together and figured, maybe we should start this conversation, because it could be a long conversation because it's rather complicated. Our goal for the day is to basically understand more about the societal, ecological, economic issues around management of these forest types when we leave the room today than when we entered the room today. We're not going to give you any answers to this particular issue, but hopefully we will add some information to the discussion that will be carried forward. We've worked really hard to build an agenda that creates a balanced discussion around these issues, and actually offers a couple of examples at the end of how you might move forward with some of the things we've learned. But like I said, there is no answer today. But it should be an interesting discussion and a journey we're all going to go on together.